We have the mirror right here that was up on the wall, done through and made the spacing from the edges a little bit smaller, like the mirror came out to here. You see where I drew the line, made the level. We're about 24 inches by 24 inches, pretty close to the square. The mirror actually comes up here close to the lights, but that's getting a little high, so there's really no point in going that high. So to get the shape marked out, and then we're going to slowly start cutting in to get this out. And then cut a first little test hole where I was pretty confident there was no electricity, so I can have a look around a little bit because we're getting close to an outlet here. And so of course I use the oscillating saw, definitely a handy tool, I like them. So we have our hole cut, there is a stud in the middle, deciding whether to cut it out right there. I'd rather not though, really, and put the stud up on the sides right there for the shelves for on the inside, and then run shelves horizontally there. So we cut some of this paneling here to cover up the inside of the other wall drywall. Looks a little bit better. And if you look inside here, we took a board just a little bit longer. We had to make it like that to fit. Put 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4 in here. Hold this 2x4 here, and it's also helping hold this down a little bit. And then we're gonna have to put one on the other side, and then we'll have something to put our hinges into. And then we'll use some kind of little clips here for our shelves to run across. The very bottom one, we'll try to sink flat with this, and then maybe put some kind of trim over that or something. And I'm gonna go through, we're gonna install these for our porch set on. We went through with this drill now, I'm doing the hole. So what I did is I took since it's divided here and there's 2 different shelves on each side, I took my level, I ran it straight across here, approximately at the lines that we have marked out. We're gonna have 2 small ones basically, and 2 bigger ones. This is gonna be a medicine cabinet, I don't remember if I said that or not, but anyway, ran that across there, and then I had my wife hold a level this way so we could get this line level while keeping the whole thing level, so it should all be pretty straight. My first one, this one does technically lean back a little bit, but I don't think it's really gonna matter. So that's where we're at. Anyway, using the drill, putting these in here, and then using some of these little brackets. They're just definitely not perfect. These are a little tricky getting them all lined up and everything. Some of them wobble just a little bit. I gotta figure out a way maybe to make them more sturdy, but I guess with weight setting on them, they'll be okay. But that's doing the brackets on the bottom, and these are just 2x4s. Fitting them in there carefully without dropping them down, and just putting screws so they don't have to deal with these little brackets here. Probably have to add a magnet. Stained. So this is the next day now. We ended up doing the shelves a little bit different, like I mentioned before. Basically, these are just some 1x3s and then 1x4s. So we already have that bottom frame of the 2x4 in, like I showed you before. 1x3s cut, and then your shelf can set up on top of it. And I'm just putting a little bit of glue under this 1x4 and on top of the 1x3s, and then a nail down in there. You can see like nail there, just some smaller finish nails. And then you can put your next framing up for your shelf, and then the next shelf. And then these 2 are gonna be bigger, so there'll be more space here, but I want to get this little update in. And also, my wife stained it, so it definitely makes it all look a lot better and match a little bit better. And then we got some of this trim here, which you see, I left a little bit of gap there. I'm sure there's many ways to do it, but this is how we're doing it. So then our trim should be able to go here. This piece isn't for this side, it's for the top, but should end up making it look a little bit better anyway. Started the trim, more trim.